Doing YouTube. We got the engine swap series continuing. This is going to compare. I try to compare the stock car versus the engine swap car, and then in cases like this where you may have a single engine, you want to find out which car you should put it into. I also like to compare the the various options that you have. So like right now we've got the Miata and the Cappuccino that can both take the RX-7 motor from the FD, the 1.3 liter rotary, which I think it's more than a 1.3 liter. And it's kind of weird how they actually calculated the liters on a rotary, so it's not exactly the same as a reciprocating engine. So it actually works more like a 2 liter or like even a 2.5. But anyway, that aside, let's go ahead and bring these two cars out to the track and see how they feel. Now, normally, anytime you have a Miata in the equation, that's the smaller of the cars. Not in this case. We have a Cappuccino, which is a K car. So this is ultra small. Now, the performance points are pretty significantly different. If you saw the last video, I wasn't too happy with the way this car handled. I did end up lifting it a little bit. I don't know that the car is binding, but it definitely responds better being a little bit lifted from the racing suspension height. I'm not so leery of driving this thing now. Oh boy. Oh jeez. If this wasn't a rotary, we would have just bent the hell out of some valves. I haven't tried this track or this car with the 6-speed, like actually shifting. I was using the paddles on the last review. So it's a little different. But I'm more comfortable by far, just the fact that I'm even willing to take my hand off the wheel. One thing you'll notice driving this car is that the brake zones come up pretty early, so you can kind of push your way into them a little bit. The car is very light, and the braking with the upgrades it's pretty good. I mean, it's a lightweight car; it doesn't take a whole lot to stop it. But it will hit 200. I was playing with this car on the Tokyo 600, and it was hitting, I think 214 was the highest I got it up to, and I was bouncing off the rev limiter hard, so I could have sped it up. I was kind of okay not speeding it up because the car over the crest on that front stretch, it starts to get real light. I don't know if you can tell, but you have to kind of dance with this car a little bit. I'm running the medium turbo on both of the cars. The Mazda I have fitted with an ultra high turbo, which is one that you get from the roulette tickets, and that's actually meant for the RX-7. So I would assume it would work in this car as well. But I don't have another one to try it with. Back to nail on that wall. When I was setting the car up, I actually got through that a little bit without. I was hitting it quicker, and I wasn't slamming against the wall that way. And that was way too fast for that hairpin. Almost had to come to a complete stop just to get around that corner. All right, let's see what we got there. And again, if you like the livery, you can get it on, I did have it uploaded. So it's, if you look up Doritos or Cool Ranch, I think Mazda also, it's one of the options to grab. So we got a 204, a high 204, but let's see what the bigger vehicle, which is a Miata this time, actually does. And those weren't particularly clean laps. You can see this car is a couple 100 pounds heavier. Like, what was it, 250? More than that, 350. And then horsepower is the same because it's the same engine, same build, same parts. So let's see what we do here. And you saw the performance points were pretty drastically different, even though this car is heavier. I mean, I think a lot of it's going to be based on the weight, or not the weight, the length of the car and the width. I do have a little aero on this car. It's not as dramatic as the other car. I just have the ducktail spoiler. I didn't want to hurt the look of this car. I like it. A little more fun with the tack on this car because the Suzuki factory motor redlines at 8,500, and I believe the rotary swap actually drops the redline a little bit, which is almost unheard of. It's a real low CC motor by the factory that any of those K cars are. It's part of what makes them a K car. But this car, on the other hand, had it was either 1.5 or a 1.6, depending on the generation. Or it's a Gen 1, but depending on which one they selected. I don't know which one they used. Oh boy. But the red line of the rotary on this car is a huge step up, so the tack just gets buried. So we can't run as deep into that as we were with the Suzuki. The Suzuki, you can run right up to that 200 marker, and you have plenty of time to slow down. I actually had to grab the handbrake there. Now this car feels a lot more planted. It's a lot more predictable, even though I've been smashing it a whole lot more. That's just driver error. I've had this car a little longer, so I already had it set up pretty well where I like it. The Cappuccino, I just bought the engine swap variant today, or the car to do the engine swap with. So I've been in it all day. Versus the Miata, I haven't been in a while. I'd like to see this car beat that Cappuccino's time. I don't know if it'll be able to do it. I feel way better in the Mazda. I think it's the better car. The benefits to getting the Cappuccino though are it can run that Tokyo 600 circuit that everyone grinds. This car would take a lot more to get down to the performance points that are necessary, whereas that one's almost there at a full build. I think I had to add like 2 pounds to it or something like that, 2 kilograms. I don't know what the unit of measure they're using inside that settings tool. But I think I added 2 kilograms and just shifted the weight to where it made sense. Now when you're running that course with the Cappuccino, it gets pushed around real easy, so you have to give everyone plenty of space and stay off the walls. Every time I tapped that wall, it was a 15-second penalty, not 5. Because I'd tap the wall, the car would bounce and shudder and spin, and you'd be hitting the wall 3 and 4 times before you got the car back under control. We didn't beat the other car's time. We didn't beat the Cappuccino. So the Cappuccino was faster with less performance points. So it's kind of hard to argue against it, but this car feels a lot more comfortable, a lot more predictable. But you're going to sacrifice points, and to get it back into the same class, it's going to be kind of hard. Before I let you run, let's try to see if it even allows us to run the Cappuccino with the engine swap in the K car series. I want to see that real quick. And you can sign out if you like to, but I think it's interesting. Comfort 400 or less. Is there another one? I mean, it looks like it's going to let it. Let's see if we have another. I don't want to have to pull so much out of it. Let's go into the missions and see where that is. That might still be 400, but we'll do it there if we need to. But it let us select it. That's a good sign. Human quality. And I think this was it, right? Yep. We may not have comfort tires. Okay, that's good. Let's pull the turbo off. That should pull nothing. Awesome. What else can we... Maybe we can't get there just because of the points. Full power. Wow. I mean, this is 4 times the engine that it's supposed to have, so I guess I shouldn't be shocked that this is an issue. Let's get rid of the wings. And add a whole lot of weight. I don't know what to do here other than it looks like we're got a clutch. Brake balance controller doesn't add any points. Let's see if shifting the weight forward hurts it. Not enough. I think we're kind of out of options, aren't we? I mean, we could change the tires to something worse. Let's go look for some. Oh wait, I can do that right here, can't I? Look at some comfort hards on this thing. There we go. Let's take some of that weight off. I don't know if we can take it all off. Nope. Okay, so you can do it, but it's going to take a little bit of work. But anyway, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great night.